collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to a brand new series here at Drawing the Circle Productions YouTube channel, A Chakra Read, a Timeless Chakra Read for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. And glad to kick off the new series. I needed to change things up a little bit. I've done some of these before. I did a series back in the beginning of the pandemic called the Chakra Check. Way too many cards involved. We're just doing 11, which, you know, knowing me, will take 3 hours, but, you know, I'm going to do the best that I can. And if you are new to the channel, a lot of the work that I do here is chakra-based, because I am your reader. Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. It's 24 years in service at the time of this timeless recording, and I've studied a lot of stuff since I started my career in the late 80s in the spiritual, metaphysical, pagan, magical community, call it what you want. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There is a link in the description box that you can click and preview the book for free, including the dedication to my mom, whom I am in contact with at the time of this timeless recording, looking at houses up in upstate New York to go move up there to be closer to them, and I'm really excited for it. I'm also a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, every morning there with a cup of coffee in my bathrobe, talking about the day's astrological weather, the spiritual implications, the magical applications. All my levels of subscribers on Patreon have access to all of the extended readings. There's no extended readings for this one, but all of the extended readings, past, present, and future, all sorts of benefits at different levels of subscription. Loving it very much over there, and really good for us creative, artistic types, you cardinal fire signs, you. So if you want a deeper experience, a deeper dive, a little bit more magic, a little bit more miracles, a little bit more mysticism, a little bit more Mal, they are my initials after all, then come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. Look her up, Ariel. But you can call me Mel. Hi. Hi. As I said, this isn't just for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I don't really think any placement in Aries might be helpful. I have Saturn in Aries, great fun, Generation Excerpt that I am, but cross watchers as well. If you apply what is in this reading to yourself, you will not just be helping yourself heal, not just helping the Aries you are cross watching for heal, but the entire collective. And that's the quantum aspect of it. There's math involved, and I don't want to even consider it. So let's get these cards on the table. We're going to start at the root chakra and work up, but we're going to interpret them from the 8th chakra working down. We've got the chakra reading cards. We've got the Whispers of Lord Ganesh to help remove some obstacles there, as well as, of course, we're going to always end, or close to end, in this case end, with the Metcon healing mantra, just one, to help you bring it all into alignment in this timeless read. So it is a general read. Standard YouTube reading rules apply. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more ways into your own energy field, which, you know, everything's going to heal there eventually. It can be delayed but not prevented. So why delay? Right? How many lifetimes do we want to keep coming back to do this stuff when, because of, just think of all the spiritual, metaphysical, mystical information that's been hidden for millennia, right? And now you can look it up on your phone, right? So let's see what hits the table. I'm excited to start this reading, and let's see how it goes. I do these for clients all the time. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's see what we can pull through for you. Still point. All right, we are off and running using the Mythic Tarot. All right, we'll do them face down, at least for the first one. I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south. Please, 3 cards for the lower 3 chakras. We're going to go root, sacrum, then solar plexus for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. So their root chakra dynamic. Whoop. Their sacral chakra dynamic. Whoop. And their solar plexus being fire signs. Usually that's an implication regardless of what the card is. Excellent. Let's get our next 4 chakras up with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Mythic Tarot is the masculine energy, your external world, your relationships in the world, including your relationship to yourself in the world. This is the feminine energy, the heart, third eye crown, the interior world, the psychological world, right? Emotional, willpower, mental power, spiritual power, bringing that into alignment. That, you know, that's definitely our terrain to do that for ourselves. Excuse me. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, as he said, throat chakra. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, please. 4 cards. Heart, throat, third eye, and crown dynamic, internal dynamic, the psychological interior world for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, heart chakra, throat chakra. There we go. Make sure I put them in the right order. Third eye. What's going on in the third eye there that I need to be aware of? Just leave the card in my hand for the Aries. Ooh, third eye. And for the crown chakra, their spiritual power, the satellite dish, the 1,000-petaled lotus. What you got for them there? Okay. One more we're going to get before we add those last 3 oracular-based things. We're going to get you Caroline Myss archetype deck. I don't know how I'm going to title these, but I have a feeling it's going to have the archetype name in it for the 8th chakra. So before this hits the table, this indicates the soul lesson, the soul contract that you are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace through your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening, your healing journey, whatever you want to call it. So this means you might have the archetype a reason, season, or a lifetime, or are dealing with somebody who has the archetype for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Should be interesting. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Okay. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video receiving this reading. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype that they are dealing with so that they can do the alchemy, the shadow work, the healing, the balancing, the aligning, and the fulfillment of their sacred contracts. Sacred Contracts, a book by Caroline Myss, MYSS. She is a PhD. This is her archetype deck. Life-changing book for me, among many of hers. So please, the dominant 8th chakra archetype, like a satellite, beaming down the codes to all the other chakras in this Timeless Chakra Read. Shit, got 2. It was a good one. Let's see if it'll come around again. It's a little humid in here. Cards get sticky. So Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and cross watcher in this Timeless Read. Good. Particularly for the creative types. Like I said, we lay them out this way, we read them this way. You got the Scribe, which you know, it's probably in the title. How can I not put that in there? Considering this is the first reading of the series, it's a little finding our way. The Scribe archetype is a creative family archetype. There are 9 different families. So the shadow indicates the challenge. Again, this could be you, this could be somebody else, this could be a situation that you're dealing with. It is rampant on planet Earth, the shadow. So every time we take even one step in alchemy towards the gold, what's your your percentage of lead to gold in any situation, archetypally or other? The light is what you are shooting for. So the shadow attribute, altering facts. I don't know, it feels like that's a current theme on planet Earth much, or plagiarizing others' work, right? So you can see how that could create a family archetype that could create a lot of problems, but the light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. Now, I have a nice touch of the Scribe, but it is not lifelong, right? It is seasonal, or it comes and goes, so more of a season or a life, or a reason. I keep receipts. I am a Virgo. Now, I don't have every paper receipt, but like I have emails, like particularly in business dealings and messages and text messages and stuff. I archive that. So, that I have it there. If things come into question, I can say, well, here's what I was told. I was raised by a lawyer, right? As well as my room of shadows, my room of requirement, my upstairs that I got to pack and move, watch out for magical fallout, Holbrook, Long Island. I've got journals up there from when I was in junior high school, and it's funny to look back. I was drawing pentacles, right? So I get the scribe archetype a lot. So now let's work our way down. So think, the scribe archetype is beaming down, right? The patterns you need to heal, to work on, to grow. Again, this may not be you. This might be a person or a situation you're dealing with. Well, it has to go into the crown chakra, 1,000-petaled lotus, think like satellite dish, your spiritual power. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. So you're all shook up, right? When it's internal, it's an internal shakeup. 5s are numbers of change, hence the pentacle, right? To wax, to wane, to attract, to repel. However you use that symbol for yourself, if at all. Well, certainly the card is called the earthquake, which means very, very quickly something that's building up over time certainly shifts. And, depending on Richter scale, an earthquake can last 5 seconds, but if it's at a very high Richter scale, it could be lethal, right? Not just a property damage to life in the area, as well as after tremors and all that sort of stuff. Now, I will say the 5 of Pentacles is my minor arcana version of the Tower card. So this could be an experience of wisdom. Earth element in the interior world tends to be what you've learned from the outside world. It could be that there is some spiritual reconstructing going on there as a result of something you're dealing with in the physical world, somehow involving the scribe. What's the third eye got to say? Another pentacle card, 3 of Pentacles. I think this is one of my favorite cards in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The clay woman, Aruru, molding the clay, right? 3 Pentacles, looking up at the arch. It's, well, do you want that all around the palace or not? Right? A stable foundation upon which something can be built. In this case, clay woman, she takes dirt. She sifts out the soil and the sand from the clay, right? Kind of purifies it, sculpts it, molds it into something beautiful and practical from the dirt beneath her feet, and then places it in the kiln. This is pre-kiln or oven that would take something flexible and mutable and make it into something fixed or solid. So the third eye has the information that it needs, has the wisdom from experience that it needs, but it's still building. So obviously in between the 3 and the 5 is the 4. So the 4 is often about security. But let's see what else has already hit the table, I should say. In the throat chakra, choices, decisions, willpower. You got the Witch, the Magician card. So this is about the choice to align, right? To intend, to bring together your fire, your earth, your air, and your water, return, in order to make a change. First card of the major arcana. The Fool is the 0. It has no numeric value to it being the 0, so it can't be the first or the last. It's the between the worlds. This is now stepping into it, making a choice, making a decision, but one that is in alignment. And I think with the third eye wisdom, but that spirit power of 5 of Pentacles going through shifts and changes, that could be the resolution, or at least the shift in a spiritual belief that was never true. Look, yeah, we create our own reality, but we mostly do it psychologically by how we interpret what's going on in and around us, which is often way off from the truth, because we are where we are. This higher self sees everything simultaneously at every lifetime, that all lifetimes happen simultaneously enough. We're like, what? Right? This world is like a video game. So, there might be a revelation there that really shakes you, but yet allows you to align your spirit and all the magical elements. So, heart chakra. Okay, we have got the 9 of Blades. Now, usually an overthinking card, right? 9 of Swords. Right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Swords of Damocles hanging over our bed. That ain't no crime. The key word here written in here is criticism. A focus point, though. So, you know, like critical thinking, critical math. Please don't make me do math. But that a critical care unit, right? They're just looking at your blood pressure. Right? Every fluctuation is being recorded. Interesting, with the scribe on the table. So this might be a deep dive into the heart, not to be critical of yourself, but to get how opening your heart here is going to be really important. That the thoughts you think on this are going to have a direct reflection on your emotional stability. See, that's how we create our reality pretty instantly. The element of air, thought, by our own choice, fire, somehow condenses into water, emotion, and then eventually physical form through action. But the instant biochemical changes that happen with every emotion we have, which can be triggered by any thought that happens to come by, but what do we do with that thought? Throat chakra. I think you have a nice, solid, stable thing here. Now, of course, that Nine of Blades can absolutely indicate that there is some overthinking going on here, but what I learned from Matt Kahn, he's our last card down, that mantra, is that when you are overthinking, which might be going on with that Three of Pentacles, molding the clay of Clay Woman, it's an alarm telling you that your heart's not open. So with that witch there in the throat chakra, that might be the thing. If you know what, I'm drawn down. I don't care where the moon is. I'm going to have Mercury retrograde, schmetrograde, whatever. I am going to use the power of my free will and choice to bust a move here in some way, but heart, throat, third eye, crown, really getting that into alignment. So your leverage here is definitely throat chakra, which is good for an air sign. It's usually fire dominant. Let's look at the solar plexus, your relationship to yourself. The Page of Wands, interestingly enough, now I do not assign zodiacal, literal zodiac signs to the pages because they are messages and messengers. Solar plexus, this could be a strong intuitive hit if we're looking at you from the outside in, horizontally, but maybe from the inside out, there is a fiery, perhaps passionate, message here, but definitely this is about your gut, your intuition, and do you trust your intuition? Because your intuition and your self-esteem are linked. And I'm not talking self-esteem as a noun, I'm talking self-esteem as a verb, right? How you estimate yourself. Can you trust your gut? Well, you can trust your gut. I just saw a thing by Deepak Chopra, I think, yesterday, a meme that that when I guess a chakra, I'm going to wicked paraphrase, when your gut says something's off, it's your whole body saying something's off, but you're just feeling it there, right? So particularly solar plexus, a message coming in that may very well challenge your integrity, your self-esteem, your boundaries. But we don't think of Page of Wands as usually anything boring, so that maybe need not be such a horrible thing, but that sort of thing could certainly shake up the root chakra. See what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Second chakra, justice, Athena from the Mythic Tarot. So yeah, keep an eye on your legal agreements and contracts. Make sure everything's fair, at least on your end. How much control do I have of other people being trustworthy or not? Zero, right? And I've trusted a lot of people who were just shady, but that's the hero's journey. It's not much of a hero's journey without villains, liars, gamblers, and thieves. Thank you, Cher, and gypsies, tramps and thieves, whatever. But Athena is a goddess of wisdom, is the goddess of wisdom, but also a goddess of combat. But she never got her hands dirty, even though she's depicted here as ever in the Justice card with a sword. Her preferred weapon was the spear, the projectile, long distance, because she's always dressed in white. So, you don't want to get blood splash on that from what I understand. Maybe past lives, not this life. And your root chakra, oh shit, the devil, Pan in this deck, which I do not consider a devil. He's a horny little devil when he wanna be. I mean, literally, he's got horns. The god of nature, and interestingly enough, one of the gods of the sign of Aries for me. That's this bracelet. This is a totem of Pan. The Pan bracelet. bam. So we are looking at constraints in the root chakra. This could be financial, this could be survival, but this could also be in terms of addiction and codependence and all of that stuff, the ties that bind, but it's always about fear. So I would think, because it's why we have the archetype cards on the table, why wouldn't you be in a situation where you really need to preserve knowledge and information about something in order to make it fair? Second chakra can be about money, right? It's a one-on-one relationship, like an umbilical cord to another person or thing. Thing could be an addictive substance, a codependent relationship with another person, doesn't matter, parent, lover, friend, boss, whatever. Enemy, right? You have to admit, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote had definitely had a second chakra toxic bond there. Meet. So there's something here, I think, about this Page of Wands that this might be your leverage, right? In terms of something inspiring you. Because solar plexus, why it's connected to the self-esteem as a verb, is that solar plexus is usually just the guidance that you're getting that no one else gets, right? Because it's personal power. It could be saying something's off here, something's off here, something's violating my honor code, right? There's a boundary being crossed here. Now, if we taught kids how to pay attention to that, yeah, they'd probably be nightmares for a while, but they would probably be able to steer themselves in ways that are healthier. Because I know when here, perfect example, somebody wants you to lie because it's somebody's birthday party. You're like, fuck it, I'm all in, right? Yeah, it's solar plexus goes, yeah, right? Let's surprise that bitch. Let's see, because she deserves it. Let's scare the crap out of her and wish her a happy birthday, right? Find exes from other lifetimes to come back and cater. But it can also be that feeling of something is really, really off here. Something is violating me. If somebody asks you to lie, hey, will you tell my wife, my husband, my boyfriend, my girlfriend that I was with you last night hanging out and we fell asleep? And you're like, but that's not what happened, right? How does that feel? Right? If you have to throw up your lunch, the answer is no, don't do it. It's a good rule of thumb, gastronomical thumb, nonetheless. So, with our chakras on the table, this do make sense. 3 major arcana cards out of 8 is not predominant. You got 2 earth, 1 air, 1 fire, and no water. All right. So, what we're going to do is we are going to use the chakra reading cards to get you an indication of which one to really hone in on. I thought was a good idea. The chakra reading cards, Rockpool Publishing by Rachel Sharman, or although she spells it Rachelle, so it could be Rochelle, I don't know. Is that new, Rochelle? So let's ask the higher selves of all involved. They're usually in charge of the larger chakra stuff. And remember, they see all of the soul's incarnations simultaneously because they're all happening at once. What? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading in this Timeless Chakra Read. Higher selves, what's the chakra oracle message, right? The chakra read, maybe just the indication of which of these to focus on, although there is a 9th one. They do the chakra beneath your feet in the ground. That might pop up. We don't have a card for that, but this is our first time doing this for this this venue, this format, so please, beloved ones, leave the card in my hand for the Aries Collective and Crosswatchers in this Timeless Chakra Read. Oh, Psychic Development. Psychic Development, card number 27. I'm going to think, because of the indigo color, that is Third Eye. And Third Eye, you got 3 of Pentacles. Let me read it for you. There's an affirmation that comes at the end of it too, which I find helpful. Not that I do is affirmations all day long, but certainly when you memorize a few of them and then they pop up in your head, it seems out of nowhere. It's so not out of nowhere. It's definitely coming from somewhere. Psychic development. So a scribe with psychic development. Okay. Psychic development, third eye chakra. You have called upon this card today as it is a powerful time to develop your psychic abilities. I hate that word, psychic, for intuitive. Thank you. Connecting to our psychic awareness is like having an extra sense. I see dead people. No, I don't. I see dumb people. People often refer to it as the sixth sense. Oh shit, I'm ahead of myself. Everyone is psychic. Oh my god, everyone is psychic. Including you. And now it's time for you to deepen your psychic abilities. Nucci, if you're watching this, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy Antonucci, author of Psychic Tarot and Tarot Rituals, dear friend of mine. She's lovely. Go check her out. I've got a bunch of her videos here on the channel and on Patreon. You could possibly have a lineage of psychic ancestors, as this gift can be handed down through your bloodline. Both sides, my family, great fun. There are 4 main ways we can connect to our psychic abilities. Oh, there are 4. Who knew? Through vision, hearing, knowing, and feeling. Yeah, the clairs. These senses are like muscles. The more you work them, the stronger they become, which is why doing readings on YouTube pretty much every day is like going to the psychic gym. Ugh. Hi, psychic gym. There is usually one sense that comes more naturally to you than others, clairvoyant. And you are encouraged to focus on it. This card is a reflection that it is time to start flexing your psychic muscles to discover new wisdom for yourself and others, which, with the witch in the throat chakra and those pentacles in your interior world, it feels like, oh, that 5 of Pentacles then really puts it in the context of your crown chakra kind of like shaking open for new downloads to come in, and you've got the stability in the third eye. You're not going to go cuckoo bananas as a result of it. Make sure your heart's open, though. It would be a great time to attend a workshop to assist you, to read some books, listen to some podcasts, whatever medium suits. I'm not a medium. I'm a happy clairvoyant. I'm a rare. It's time to dive in. As you grow in your abilities, you will receive an abundance of wisdom, love, and guidance to enjoy and share with others. Pulling this card could also mean that you've been working on your psychic abilities, and you are encouraged to keep going, as the answers for you at this time will come through your connection to your higher self. Pull these cards for you. This is such a powerful time of development and learning. Make sure you take the time to honor and nurture your gifts in this process, and the affirmation. I am deeply connected to my intuition and reclaim my psychic gifts now. Work. All right. Now look, if something's off in the physical world, lower 3 chakras, we're really looking at a dominant root chakra thing here of some fear, some lead, some gold. So I'm going to say, you as the scribe here, or if you're dealing with a scribe, just to make sure you're getting the accurate information and you are preserving it. But part of that could also be writing down, recording. Now we can, do it. We can make vlogs that no one else ever sees, right? Very Grace and Frankie. So that you can really keep track of this. Dream journals, like anything like that. But we're really looking at third eye. And remember, this feels very scribey, right? So I'm going to take the information, I'm going to gather it together, and all that. I like these. So, Lord Ganesh, The Whispers of Lord Ganesh by Angela Hartfield, because, as I say in all the other readings where the archetype cards are involved, it is a lead to gold ratio. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold. So in the language of spiritual alchemy, healing alchemy, it is about transforming, releasing those 3 atoms in lead to get to gold, from toxic to healthy, pain to peace. If we think of those 3 atoms as the obstacles, then Lord Ganesh, Hindu elephant-headed god of success and wealth and prosperity, he's just a sweetheart, but mostly known here in the West as the remover of obstacles. He's a lot more than that. It's such an honor to bring through his energy in these reads. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Please don't make me cry. Got eyeliner and mascara on for the camera. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Please, one card in clarity for the Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, what is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message for the Aries Collective and cross watchers to help them balance, heal, align, work with, get the best out of the hidden gifts here, the gold within the lead in this Timeless Chakra Read. Card number 22, Harmony. Now, I can't really tell from this card, but the color is yellow. I bet this has to do with the solar plexus, and here we have the Page of Wands. Do you see the genius of the cards they tell me to use? Sure you do. Card number 22, Harmony. Wasn't she one of the Bugaloos? Melody was a pussycat, but I think Harmony was a Bugaloo. Sid and Marty Croft. Did I just Sid and Marty Croft us? This is what I mean by clairvoyant. This shit happens all day long. Thankfully, not so much when I'm driving. It's helpful. Not that I drive that much. Here we go. Harmony. You deserve to feel good about your existence. I'd call that solar plexus. I'd call that right in the solar plexus. This card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember to radiate the warmth and energy. Take some time to reflect on your personal values and attitudes. What do you believe will bring you the outcomes you are longing for in order to have a complete and happy life? Color orange. Oh, I guess that is orange. Oh, so this is second chakra, which would be the Justice card here. The color orange can refer to a period of socializing, activity, and new adventures. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra. Okay, so we're not looking at Page of Wands here. We are looking at the Justice card. Okay. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra and is associated with the sexual organs and reproductive system. It can symbolize happiness and love. We store our feelings, emotions, pleasure, sensuality, intimacy, and connection in this domain, which is why the second chakra. Lower back pain, anybody? Oh yeah, Generation X lower back pain. That latchkey shit, man. We had the freedom, but boy, did we learn the hard way. How deserving do you feel? When you feel that you deserve good, you treat yourself well and require that others treat you well also. When the sacral chakra is clear and the energy is in balance, the Justice card, you are friendly, compassionate, and empathic with a concern for others. You will experience a very strong sense of belonging. Feel good about your life. Enjoy time with friends and do what is necessary to bring yourself in alignment with what you want from the relationships in your life. That's pretty cool. Now, there are different pieces of the puzzle here. This is an energy field. This may not be just about one physical world situation, but if this is the alchemy that you're doing, this is going to change your physical world, because remember, you got the Five of Pentacles and the Crown, right? So does that make its way down here? But you could do it wisely and well of your own free will, right? Through harmony. Wouldn't a mantra help? I think it would. Wouldn't you, darling? Would you like a mantra? A mantra, a woe mantra, the Macon Healing Mantra deck. Gonna read it from the bookie book. Yeah, we have 3 bookie book reads and 3 non-bookie book reads going on for this. I kind of like that. So let's see what the Ascended Masters, let's just say, of creativity, because we're dealing with the creative family archetype. And I can see the creativity here, but it's just really important that you preserve the info as you go. Maybe find info that you've already preserved. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of creativity, I mean cardinal fire, Aries, right? And certainly the Scribe archetype for this Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and cross watcher Timeless Chakra reading. What is a perfect healing mantra to help them maybe bit by bit, maybe all at once? Particularly with the Witch and the throat chakra, I would think implementing any kind of verbal anything symbolically, verbally, silently, would be of benefit to them to speak into reality that which they truly want with that harmony, particularly with that Justice card in the second chakra that could totally be about money, sex, and power, relationship to another person or thing, and with that psychic development on the table, that makes sense too, that we're definitely looking at a third eye thing of really continuing to develop their own sense of intuition, but particularly with the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and on, clairdanes, right? On and on and on. Please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra, knock it out of the park from the Aries and Cross Watchers in this Timeless Chakra Read. Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited. I'm going to read it from the bookie book, but here's why. If you are really willing to do what is indicated here, which I think is simple but not easy, certainly trusting your own intuition, understand this Page of Wands might very well be a solar plexus intuitive hit, a message, regardless of anybody's astrological sign, so that you can balance things fairly in the second chakra and break the chains that bind, right? Face the fear, do the alchemy, so that you are no longer controlled in any way, or at least in this situation. So root chakra is tribal relationship. So this can be about breaking away from family patterns, right? Feelings of lack, of unworthiness. Because that stuff is in our energy fields, sure, and it's in our history, but it's not who we are. That's genetic stuff. That's ancestral patterns. Just like the psychic cool stuff, depending on where you are on that subject, so are the fears and unworthiness and guilt and shame and blame, going all the way back to, I don't know, I would say Adam and Eve, but how about Og and Grog, right? Still in fire, on a quest for fire. Right, that's Chariots of Fire, whatever. I get what this is about, but you have a right to be excited here. So let's see what Matt Kahn has to say. Then we'll do a little blessing and chat at the end. Please take a nice deep breath. And away we go. Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited and to party. When your soul is embodied, you are grateful to be alive. You are aware of life as a precious opportunity to experience the frequency of your own light through the unique attributes, characteristics, and senses of a person, because that is the point of view of the immortal soul in here somewhere, right? The truth of who we are never gets touched by any of that conditioning or programming or ancestral who's-he what's-this trauma, right? But comes in to transmute that, because the soul memory, past life regression, and all that stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I survived all this shit anyway. They sent me down here to do something. I can get excited about that. As your soul becomes embodied, you are elated to be a part of life's cosmic play, no matter how bad things seem. And I don't know, there's something very Aries about that, right? The child. If you could see this with fresh eyes and take information as you go, right? Create as a result of it. That is like, okay, well, I'm learning. keep, well, you can't say swimming with fire sign, can you? This mantra is ideal for developing courage, finding your inner voice, the Scribe archetype, and feeling safe in your body. Devil in the root chakra. The devil went to the root chakra. No, he didn't. So I'm going to put this all together in a blessing. Let's see what comes out of my mouth. It's a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation, a term we came up for over on Patreon, and I'm running with it. And at the end, if you want, chill for a little bit with me as I release the Aries Collective by letting the goofy free. Like, let you all go at once. Please take a nice deep breath. All right, Pantheons. Say it through me. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aries Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to alchemize the scribe into preserving knowledge and information that they will need that might very well be shaking up their crown chakra, opening it up like an earthquake all at once. Earthquakes relatively short, usually intense, but they've got the third eye stability in there and the ability to create, right? To take what they've already learned and mix that in a mutable way that need not be set directly into physical form right away. But the throat chakra certainly finding their voice, right? Certainly initiating something here within themselves, making a choice or a decision that, just like on a crossroads, will move them in a certain direction, but really does feel like in link with the third eye and the throat chakra, this is their leverage. And of course, to take that third eye energy into the heart and really get into, what does my heart want? What does my heart feel? Focus on that, particularly considering the other cards hitting the table, so that they can really get the messages, and I would say the intuitive solar plexus messages that no one else is getting but them, in a particular situation. With the Page of Wands, could be anger, right? We usually feel anger in the solar plexus before it burns down the interior village, so that they can manifest the justice, the balance that they need here. If they pay attention to that solar plexus, then the next thing would be like, okay, is this fair? Let's figure this out. Let's heal this. Let's bring it into harmony. Considering that we've got fear, we've got limitation, we've got lack, we've got addiction, codependence, something or other going on there in some kind of tribal situation or physical situation, maybe just not feeling safe where they are. So, of course, their ability to focus on their psychic development, their third eye, open that up. Don't crack up, bend your brain, see both sides, throw off your mental and otherwise chains here to keep that development going, seeking for harmony and asking Lord Ganesh for that harmony, right? To really do the second chakra thing that needs to be done here to bring it into balance. All the while, in the background, like a subliminal recording with a black screen at YouTube at 3 a.m., embodying their soul. I have a right to be excited. I have a right to be excited. Maybe something wonderful has come in that has shook them, but the lack, the limitation, the fear, the lead, the shadow may be getting in the way. So may they be blessed with all that they need in this timeless read. That they may heal, grow, learn, align, be the best that they can be, fulfill their sacred contracts, fulfill their role in the divine plan, both the Aries and the Cross Watchers, to make this world a better place, to help us all move forward and keep in track and keep in notes and keeping receipts as they go. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. So it is, and I've got a cat hacking up a hairball across the room, so I'm going to go deal with that. But if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up, help the other Aries find it. Look, I am no longer monetized on YouTube, so that is really just about the algorithm, yes, helping people find my work, but also helping the other Aries and Crosswatchers find the info too. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be moving my home eventually anyway, but I'm going to still try and put out content every day, so hit that notification bell, because I don't even know when that shit's going to hit the table and out into the world. And if you want the deeper experience, if you want to see me every morning, come chat with me. It's an unlisted YouTube link, so you can actually like tickety-tack, right? Live feed, live stream, whatever you want to call it. And come Patreon on Patreon. I love it over there. They're going to get to see the house. They already saw a video of houses that we may or may not invest in. But that's all in flux right now. So yeah, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, that I'm sure even Bette Midler from the Day Tour 1984, I was there, would still call me Mal. And thank you so much, my beloved Aries and Crosswatchers. You want to book me for a private reading? Clients come first. There's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. And I'm going to leave it at that. I love you. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this reading. It's the first of a series, and I hope they go well. But until such time, my beloved ones, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.